And these visa opportunities that we're going to be talking about, it's very family friendly, it's beginner friendly. What that means is that if you are still an intermediary or a basic, you're just an enthusiast that is looking at relocation at some point, these sessions are beginner friendly, and you can take a look at what you can do, build a tailored roadmap, as the case may be, to suit the country or the skill set that you want to improve on or you want to migrate to. Right, so it's very beginner friendly, and most of the visa opportunities we talk about are family friendly. That means you can move. That means you can move with your family across. When you are moving, you can also move with your business. So they are startup friendly, they are business friendly. You can start your business in this market. You can start. You can move your team to this market, and so it's an interesting look, and we're talking about settling in the UK today, right? But we have videos, we have materials on YouTube and online that talks about settlement across different tech ecosystem. So I should say, so for example, we've talked about the O1 visa in the US or exceptional talent. We've talked about the French visa. We've talked about the Canadian startup visa. We've talked about the Australian visa. We've talked about the Tech Nation UK visa. Right. I'm just going to run through some of the things we do at eMigr8 and some of the things our partner do at eMigr8. And before I start, I'd like to say welcome again. For those that are just joining for the first time, welcome. For those that have been here before, thanks for coming back, and I hope you're joining faster and you're getting a value, and this is helping you put in a better application, or this is helping you put in your application, right? Okay. All right. So let's start. I'm just going to go through eMigr8. We focus on tech-enabled pathway to relocation and settlement. That is a tech platform, if you like. It's a platform that focuses on tech-enabled pathway to relocation and settlement. That's what we do at the core of it. We're making you globally attractive, right? We're not going to be talking about student routes. We're not going to be talking about education, nursing, healthcare. We have no experience in those fields. So we talk about tech. We're a tech platform, right? And we are not a visa approving party or body, right? We have knowledge, we have information regarding some of these visa platform. We have gone through some of this process. We have coaches in-house that have gone through this visa process, and we are more like advisory to say you can put in a better application if you go through these steps, right? And that is what we do at eMigr8 to enable you putting your best foot forward. And we have partners like Bincom ICT and Bincom Dev Center that helps you, become globally attractive. And I'm going to be talking about some of the things we do as Bincom and some of the things we do as eMigr8. Like I said, tech-enabled visa opportunities, what we're talking about. Today, we're going to be focusing on a campaign ongoing, settling in the UK as a tech talent. Now, we've had previous editions, right, for eMigr8 Open Day. eMigr8 Open Day is just simply the day where we, give out information for free. We bring in experts, we bring in coaches in these visa routes to come share their stories and to come answer questions. So it's an open day, it's free. So see this as a free consultation. So if you have any question, the chat section is open. You can put in your question there. And when I'm done going through the various information I'm going to be sharing today, we'll go into the question and answer section. So today is open. Any question you have regarding any of the visa routes. When I mean visa route now, I'm talking about, the US, the Canada, the Canadian startup visa, the US O1 visa, the French visa, the UK Global Talent Visa, UK Innovator Visa. All right. Any of the questions you have around those, we would spend time today to answer them. And we'll also spend time to tell you about the Settle in the UK program or package that is ongoing at the moment. And you can take advantage of that also. But previous editions are available online, YouTube to be specific. And this session also is being recorded. So please note that so you don't put out informations you don't want in public domain out here. But it's recorded, and just like previous edition, and you can go and catch previous editions online after now, right? Settled in the UK, options are available to beginner. Like I said, it is very beginner friendly. It is also expert friendly, right? So everybody in the room is welcome. If you're a beginner or you're an expert, these visa routes, talking about settling in the UK as a tech talent, is very friendly to both the beginner and an expert. You can move with your dependents, you can move with your spouse, you can move with your kids. It's family friendly. It also allows you switch visas, and also gives you a clear pathway to settlement, right? Again, we look at the investment opportunity that is required. We'll look at the budget that is required, and we can talk around all those for now, right? Okay. Subsequent edition that we're looking at bringing to you guys, and also people that are interested in relocation to any of these countries. Again, the UK Innovator Visa is one we'll be talking about in our next edition. We're also going to be looking at the UK Tech Nation, which is the Global Talent Visa, or Global Talent Endorsement and UK Visa. We also look at move to the US as a global talent, Canada Startup Visa. These, we have two more sessions before the end of the year. So some of these sessions are going to be coming early 2024, early next year, first quarter of next year. But look out for our notice, look out for our publicities, and we're going to be advertising and communicating what visa route we're going to be, focused on come next edition, right? Again, we are a tech-enabled platform. I want to reiterate this so that everybody in the room is aware of what we do. We're a tech-enabled pathway to relocation and settlement. At the core of it will make you globally attractive, right? That is eMigr8. So we help you become globally attractive as a tech entrepreneur, as a tech startup founder, as a with your tech profile. We look at you, we look at what you have done, we look at your journey, and we're able to curate a tech profile that you have built yourself in such a way that it is globally attractive. There are nations and economies that are opening their gates to people that can come and unlock potentials in their field. So, for example, if you are an AI expert, I'm sure you're aware that the world is looking out for you right now. If you are a data scientist and you can build data models, you've built data models in the past, you have a portfolio of those. The world is looking out for you. There are countries that will pay premium for your service. Again, if you're also a full stack developer, a backend developer, a graphics designer, a product manager, there are countries that are looking for talent like this because they know that you can build a business that would empower their people, that can employ people, and ultimately you will pay taxes, right, to this government. So these are some of the advantages, and they are not doing a favor. They are not trying to do a favor by opening their doors to welcome you. They're actually bringing you in to help them build their economy. So if you have the skill sets, if you have the talents, if you have the technology, the tech skill set that can help them unlock new wealth, whether it's in AI, whether it's in machine learning, whether it's a full stack developer, whether you're looking at a product management, or you have a startup that you want to scale into new market. This is why we're here as eMigr8 to assist you in that journey, right? And like we always say, the visa is only a side effect of the objective. The objective for us is to make you become globally attractive, right? When countries give you visas without even doing all the bureaucracy and all the checks of account balances and all those. Countries invite you into their economy and say, you have a startup visa, build your startup here, employ our people. You have a solution. We want to be part of your solution. You have a skill set that can help us take our businesses from point A to point B. That is the opportunity here, and that is what we're going to be talking about, right? At eMigr8, we do a lot of free events, just like the one we're having today. We do have a lot of free packages, right? Again, today we're having information sessions on general inquiries where we're going to be sharing about a visa route. We're going to be sharing about how to settle in the UK, how to settle in the US, how to settle in Canada as a tech entrepreneur or as a tech talent or with someone with a tech profile. We also have coaching sessions, which are hand-holding sessions, just to know, where have you been? What have you been doing? Can we have a roadmap that we can work together? We have those sessions. We have coaches that can handhold you. We have pre-assessment sessions. We have self-directed roadmap sessions to qualify you for a tech-enabled visa. For example, if you're not sure you're not sure where you stand as a beginner or as an expert, and you want a coach to pre-qualify you, and have a look at your CV, have a look at your application. We have coaches in-house that can do that. All right. We also help review UK global talent applications. We also help review endorsement review process. So these are some of what we do. Largely we do a lot of them for free, but we also are aware that there are people who don't have the time, to do some of these things at the pace they want to do it. So they want to pay for a premium session where a coach can handhold them. Personalized coaching session can be done. We have standard packages, and we can help with introductions, and we can help with custom services for such category of people. Maybe you're in a C-suite leadership, or you are a manager, you're a very busy schedule, but you're interested in migrating to a new country or a new economy, and you need a coach that will work with you for a premium service. We also have that available. And if you're interested in both the free and the premium model that we offer, please go to beancom.net/eMigr8. Right, there's a short form. We just want to get to know who we're speaking with. So there's a short form that you fill about 3 to 4 questions, and a coach will get in touch with you, and we can start our journey together in making you becoming globally attractive. Now, eMigr8 have various packages, and I'm alluded to some of them. I'm just going to reiterate some of the packages that we have as eMigr8 and that we focus on. When I say we have coaches, right? And our coaches have experience traveling to these countries. They have experience applying through these visa routes and getting it, right? And we have a lot of success stories at eMigr8 that, from people that have come for previous edition and have become coaches on the platform, helping other people, achieve the same goal and the same objective, which again, remember, is becoming globally attractive, right? So some of the countries we focus on is the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada, France, Germany, and Canada, France, Germany, and the UK, right? We have moved to the UK as a global talent. We have coaches that will handhold you if you are looking at that visa route. Global talent, it's a technician endorsement visa route, right? So if you go to technician.io, you see the pre-qualification for global talent there. And if you need assistance in terms of a coach guiding you through those requirements, we have coaches in-house that can help you do that. And that will be available to help you do that. Move to the UK as an innovator. And for both the global talent and the innovator founder visa, we have a huge success rate and people we have coached. I should say tech profiles that we have coached in the recent past that have gotten the visa, that have migrated with their family, they've migrated their businesses to the UK. So we have coaches, again, that can handhold you, that can look at your profile and be able to advise also where you should focus on, how to highlight your strengths and how to highlight some of the successes and achievements that you have in the tech field, particularly concerning what you have achieved in your current market. All right. Move to the US also, we have coaches in-house who, again, have experience with the US O1 visa and are able to advise you again and are able to help you put your best foot forward. All right. For the O1 visa, they typically say it's for individuals with extraordinary ability or achievement, and that scares a lot of people away. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of us have done extraordinary things. We have not just been able to curate them properly. We've not been able to tell our stories, to highlight our strength properly. And that's why we need a coach. That's why you need a mentor, someone that can look at your application and say, you are not highlighting your strength, or you should highlight more of what you have done, share more in terms of your testimonials, share more in terms of in terms of your achievement and stuff like that. So we have coaches that can walk you through, and you'll be amazed that you qualify for those for the US O1 visa too, right? So we also have friends and coaches for Canada startup visas. We have a partnership running for Canada startup visa, and if you drop a message when you join the community, and I'm going to put a link to join the community, we'll be able to connect you with informations and resource that will help you migrate effectively with your startup, with your business, which has to be tech-enabled business, product-led startup. Can help you migrate you seamlessly to Canada. We also have, again, I've spoken about the UK. We have Germany. We have tech nomad visas for Portugal, for Germany, for Spain, and we can have conversations and connect you with the right mentor, connect you with the right coaches who are part of the eMigr8 network, and together we can handhold you and advise you on how best to put in your best application, right? So I talked about our community, right? The eMigr8 community, cut across major platforms. Most of them are social platforms. So we're talking about WhatsApp, we're talking about the Telegram group, Facebook community, LinkedIn community, YouTube community. Now, you could join any of those community, but however, the WhatsApp community is a closed community for now, and we can add you to that group if you join the Telegram or the LinkedIn community and signify interest that you want to join the WhatsApp community. Reason because the WhatsApp community has a limited slot, and we really have to migrate people that are serious and are very well into their journey on the WhatsApp community. So again, you could join any of the community, and they are free to join, by the way. What I will ask you to do is to be very engaging in this community. A lot of people have won free coaching session for up to an hour. A lot of people have won free resource and gotten free counseling just by being interactive, just by asking questions and being involved and helping other people out. So again, it's a community. So it's not a coach or an instructor standing in front of a hall and instructing everybody. Everybody shares their bits of knowledge, right? And we have coaches that will verify this information and read some of this information, and just to make sure they are the correct information. One of the things you should know, most of the information we have are readily available on the country's website. They are readily available on publications, things that the endorsement bodies have put out there, right? So we're not generating any new information. This information already exists. We're just helping you understand what the language means, the way the information has been framed, and how best for you to put in your application with regards to the information online, right? So we're not a visa endorsement company, right? I have to state that. We just have enough experience, enough success stories to be able to advise you if you're putting in your application specifically across the visa packages that we speak about, right? So go ahead. I'm going to drop the links on the chat, and go ahead to click on any of the links and join the community. Now I'm going to speak about Bincom Dev Center. Bincom Dev Center incubated the product called eMigr8, which is hosting this open day today. Bincom Dev Center, it's a technological institute at best. What we do is to equip you with the right information and the right skill set, tech information, tech skill set, tech exposure, and to be able to build your profile. So if you're a beginner, again, like I said, most of our visa routes are beginner friendly. If you're a beginner in the tech journey and you want to build skill faster, right, our Bincom Global Tech program is available to you, right? This enables you to learn any tech skills, whether it's front end, back end, Java, any of the tech skill you want to build, machine learning, Python, any of the ones tech you want to build, we have classes, right, where you could learn these skills. We also have clients, portfolios that you can interact with, I should say, and that will give you experience in working on real life projects, right, and gain exposure. So that's the promise of value. You're learning skills, you're gaining experience, and you're gaining exposure with the Bincom Global Tech program. Now, if you are a beginner or you are staying in the intermediate level, you want to hone your skills, you want to build your skills, bincom.net/global tech is where you want to go to. And fill a very short form, want to know who you are, and we'll get in touch with you and where you are and put you in include you in the upcoming cohorts that I'm sure should be starting any moment from now. So it's a good time to actually join the Bincom Global Tech program, right? So if you are an expert and you're looking at, you want to understand for the UK market, you want to migrate to the UK market, but you don't understand it yet, and you're looking for a representative that will help you pitch your CV, your portfolio to the right, put it in front of the right audience that are employing and that are recruiting, I should say, right? Become a tech talent is a program you want to sign up for, right? It's a paid program. This one is not free because we're going to be doing a lot of work, coaching, reviewing your CVs, and putting you in front of recruiters in the UK who will, in terms, go up through your CV and offer you employment. And some of this employment comes with sponsorship that will bring you and your family to the UK. All right, so it's very important, and it's also a very good way to relocation. Now, so if you're an expert or you have good technical depth, you are a full stack developer, you have rich history and portfolio to show, want to speak with you and want to be able to put your portfolio in front of the right audience who are looking to recruit tech expert like you. So bincom.net/global tech also is where you want to go to. There's a number there. It's a WhatsApp number. You can call that number or send a WhatsApp message and we will get in touch with you and a coach will speak with you. But please note that this is a paid service, right? And we also have free services. You'll find out more in the community, right? Other services from Bincom Dev Centers include a mentoring platform. So most of the tech visa routes that you will apply for also look at requirements that speaks to mentorship, right? If you're a mentor or if you have mentored a group or a person or an individual before now, right, that is a very good skill set to put forward, right? That is a very good sorry about that. That's a very good skill set to put forward, right? So please join the community. Please join the community, right? And if you're a mentor, if you're looking to mentor a group or an individual, if you have a time to mentor a group, we have mentees in their hundreds looking for mentors. If you're a mentee, if you're a beginner, you're looking for mentors, we also have mentors. We will connect you to a mentor so you could join the mentorship platform also as a mentee. So if you are an expert and you're looking to mentor a group of people, we have the platform open to you and we're asking you to come on board, improve your mentorship experience, and you can help you build a mentorship portfolio that you can put forward when applying for a visa or when you're applying for a tech-enabled visa to the US, to Canada, to UK. They look at mentorship is a big deal. It's something, being able to communicate knowledge and pass that knowledge on. It's something that is rated high in most of this tech-enabled visa pathway, right? So I will share the link for that on the chat also for experts in the room who are looking to mentor and for beginners in the room who mentees looking for mentors, right? We have Bincom Dev Center. We have Labs by Bincom, powered by Bincom Dev Center. These one speaks directly to folks that are in tech, but you are in consultancy, you are in services, and you have not built a digital product before. You've not built a startup before. You've not built a product before. Most of the visa routes or pathway, we ask you for digital products digital-led technology product that you have built before now. They want to see what have you built, how is it doing in the market, where is the target audience and stuff like that. How are you scaling the product and stuff like that. So Last by Bincom allows you join a cohort, right? That builds a product-led digital technology product or solution, product-led digital technology solution. So what does that mean? You're literally building a startup, right? So if you're literally building a startup, doing your market research, building a startup and scaling it. And we have we have different cohorts building different products at the moment. And we can connect you to a new cohort, right? The cohort is made up of 3 to 10 people with different skill sets. Some are developers, some are product-led, some are product inclined, some are developers, and you come together, marketers, you come together and build a startup. And that startup is going to be scaled, it's going to be taken to the market. So you can put that on your portfolio and you can use that to apply for visas. So it's a good way to put your hands in startup, right? It's a good way to try your hands in building a product, right? Especially if you are in tech, but you are in services, you are in consulting, and you're looking for how do I build a product, this is a good way, and it's a good community to join, right? We have cohorts every other month starting, and you can join the cohort for December, and you can join the cohort for December. So if you're interested in Labs by Bincom, which is one of my favorite, bincom.net/labs, right? It's the place you want to go, right? And Labs by Bincom has coaches, have mentors also that will guide you in your building. So it's not like you're joining a cohort and you guys are just, there's a lot of peer-to-peer mentorship, but more there is also a guide, a coach and a mentor who guides the group, the cohorts on what to build and how to go about it, how you source for your customer base, for example, how you survey them, market research, ideation, building a product itself, going into sprint and scaling the product, right? Taking it to market, getting your first customers and iterating it in such a way that you get multiple customers. So Last by Bincom is a fantastic way to build a startup. And I want you guys, if you're in consulting, if you're in services underneath tech, right, and you have never built a product before, this is open for you. If you're a beginner and you're looking to build a product, this is also available to you, right? And if you're a startup, if you're an expert and you're looking to try your hand in something new, this is also available to you. Other services by Bincom Dev Center include tech career coaching service. This has to do with employment, right? So if you're looking to land your next tech role, whether in your current market or in an international market like the UK market, the US market, all right, tech career coaching service. We offer tech career coaching service for experts. Sorry about that. For experts and for developers, right? Other product managers, project managers, developers, front end, back end, AI experts. We offer tech career coaching service. Again, you just want to be able to put your best foot forward. It's a global market, and you're competing with tech profiles from Asia, from America, from Europe, and you want to be able to put your best foot forward. And this is where the tech career coaching becomes very important. All right. And this service is available at bincom.net/tech career coaching. Now, this is all available to everyone, right? We will profile your CV, will profile your tech journey so far and why working with you. Remember, our objective is to make you globally attractive, right? That's our objective. So if you're looking to land a role in Canada, that's you trying to become globally attractive. We're here to assist you on that journey. If you're looking to land a role in the United Kingdom, that is you trying to become globally attractive, we are going to assist you in that journey, right? That's why we're here. And many of the things we do them for free, right? But however, they are also paid, like I spoke about before, they are also paid premium session. And the tech career coaching service is available to both experts and it's available to people in any market. So if you are in the African market, it's available to you. If you are in the Canadian market, it's available to you. You might be looking to move to the UK market. If you're in the UK market, it's available to you. Maybe you're looking at moving to the US market. It's available to anybody that is trying to get or land a job in a different market, right? This is a very important diagram slide to pay attention to because this talked about some of it, summarizes all I've been saying since in terms of the visa and relocation packages that we have at eMigr8, right? Again, if you look at the UK, it's broken down into countries, all right? UK, US, Canada, France, and others, European markets, the digital nomad visas, and all. We have coaches spread across these various markets, right? Again, for the UK, we have the innovator visa. The innovator visa is a combination of the formerly known startup visa and innovator visa. Now, they've merged both of those together to create the innovator founder visa. All right. And so we have coaches that can, that will sit with you if that is your pathway. If you're looking to relocate with your startup, you want to come to the UK, you want to go to Canada, to launch your startup, to scale your startup into this market. It's a fantastic visa, right? And is renewable. It gives you a pathway to settlement, right? It's family friendly, right? So these you don't want to miss that. If you're a startup owner or you're a business owner, you're looking to move your business into a new market, right? So that we have coaches and we're eager and willing to talk to you. Like I said, if once you join the community, let us know what your area of interest is so that we can deal with you accordingly according to what you are looking to achieve. We also have the global talent visas, which otherwise known as the Tech Nation endorsement pathway for UK specifically, and the skilled worker visa. I talked about tech career coaching, and some of the things we do for tech career coaching is to coach skilled workers looking to get tech job in the UK and in the US and in Canada. So, for example, if you are in Ghana and you're trying to move to the UK as a skilled worker in tech, right? You have built skill sets, built a formidable profile working in Ghana, in the Ghana ecosystem. Now you want to move to the UK, for example. We have coaches who will sit with you and appraise your skill set and, help you put out a good CV and put out your best foot forward to be able to get a job. And most of the tech job come with visa sponsorship, like I mentioned, and those visa sponsorship are family friendly, so you can move with your family, right? Unlike some of the visa routes that we hear that are being reviewed today that are not family friendly. So you want to pay attention to the visa route that are family friendly, so you're not stuck in a foreign land all by yourself, and you have your family with you and you have your loved ones with you, which is very important. Now, we also have the US, again, O1 and EB visa, and we would sit with you if the US is your destination and it's where you rather want to continue your tech journey, right? EB1 visa is, we'll sit with you, understand your journey, and help you put out your best application forward. Now, for the Canadian startup visa, we have strong partnership, right? We'll help you appraise your application. This is you moving your startup to Canada, scaling your business to Canada, as it were, right? We have strong partnership that can assist you in doing that seamlessly, right? And so if you join the community, we're able to take that conversation forward, right? This is a general consultation and general information session, so I can't speak specifically to each and every one of the visa route in depth, but we will give you more information in the communities. And if you have questions, please, the chat is open and I'll soon get to it and we'll take questions. If you have questions regarding any of the visa route that we've spoken about, right? And those that we haven't spoken about and you want to know more about it, yeah, we would, we would look at the question, answer as much as we can, and make referrals where we can't. I give you a verified answer. We'll give you referrals, to speak to somebody, to speak to a coach, that will make it clearer, as the case may be. So these are our products, these are our packages, these are our pathway that we are focused on, right? Startup visa, talent visa, skilled worker visa, otherwise known as work and employment-based visa, digital nomad visas, temporary visas for digital nomad. Usually this visa runs from 1 to 2 years. Countries like Canada, countries like Portugal, countries like Spain issue digital nomad visa. Skilled worker visa, kind of like, the UK, the US, Canada all offers skilled worker visa. Startup visa, the UK, innovator founder visa focuses on startup and businesses that are moving to the UK, that want to relocate to the UK. The US offer international entrepreneurship parole, IEP pathway. Canada has a startup visa. French has a French tech visa for founders. Germany has a German startup visa. So these are, visa routes that we focus on and we have experience in, and we have many successes in this visa route. We have a lot of individuals that have joined this particular open day session, gone through the information that we have shared, acted upon them, and put in a very good application. And many of them are living in these countries now with their families, right? So I'm not just sharing a slide and putting a country and a visa route. I'm telling you about things that we have experienced in and we have success in, right? So if you have questions regarding any of the visa routes, Canada, US, the UK, Australia, right? You want to put in the question on the chat. I see Bade, who is a coach on the eMigr8 platform, has joined. Together, we're going to be talking about settling in the UK very soon. I just want to run through my introduction. So usually our sessions are not long, it's just the introduction that is long. So we're getting through the introductions now. We're going into the meat of today's conversation very soon, right? Everything I've said is to make you globally attractive. That is the common denominator across all the visa routes. If you want to go to Portugal, you want to go to the US, what will attract you to them is, what is your tech profile? How solid is your tech profile? All right. And that is what we're trying to help you build. We're trying to make you globally attractive. Whether you're a beginner or you're an expert, we're trying to make you globally attractive, right? And the byproducts, the end product, the side effect of that is you are giving invitations, you're giving visas to multiple markets, to multiple countries. You qualify for multiple visas, and you can, as a founder, as a tech entrepreneur, or as a full stack developer, or as a developer, or as a product manager, you can decide to say, I don't want to live in Kenya anymore. I want to move over to the UK, or I want to move over to the US, because these visas are available and they are available to you because of your skill set, right? So that is my introduction, right? And that is the longest part of the presentation. So now we're going to talk about, settling in the UK. For example, settling in the UK. Hi, buddy.
I'm with you. How are you doing?
I'm very good. All right. I was just going to talk about our current visa opportunity, then I'll move to you, right? And some of the benefits of the tech visa opportunity that we're currently advising candidates on. Some of the opportunities and the benefit is that they are pathway to settlement, right? And they are family friendly. Like I've said before, you can move with your family, you can move with your dependent. They are beginner friendly. So as a beginner, if you are a beginner on the call today, we can have a roadmap tailored for you to say in the next 6 to 9 months, or in the next 9 months to 16 months, we would work with you to get to a point where you are globally attractive, right? We focus only on tech-enabled visa. So it's if you are a tech enthusiast or you are a tech expert already, you are specifically our target audience that we want to speak to, right? And we discuss in depth. Again, open day like this allows us to discuss generally, but we also have coaches that can discuss your specific journey in depth, right? So this is not an exhaustive list, and this is not just the information we have, but we're dealing with a general audience, so we have to give general information. Now, if you have more specific question, you can put it in the chat and we'll get to it. And we can also connect you to a coach who will, sit with you, understand, yes, you want to go to the US, or yes, you want to go to Canada. These are the steps you need to, apply. These are the application you need to put forward, right? And these are the strengths you want to highlight, because these are what this particular market is looking for. Examples, so these are some of the things that we do as a coach at eMigr8, and as eMigr8. So hi buddy, can you share your screen on Settle in the UK?
Yeah, yes, definitely, Moody. I should be able to share my screen. I will do that right now. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me at today's edition of eMigr8 Open Day. As Moody has introduced already, my name is Bade. Could you just confirm if you can see my screen, and also please confirm if you can hear me? I know you can't unmute yourself, but you should be able to do that on the chat. Let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Yes, fantastic.
Yes,
I see
yes.
the messages on the chat as
Yeah.
well. Also, let me know where you are joining us from for today's edition of eMigr8 Open Day. You can also drop that in the chat. And you're welcome. For this section, what I would be doing is focusing on one of the eMigr8 packages that we have available at the moment. But I wanted to just touch on something that Moody has said already, which is the fact that this is not the only package available on the eMigr8 platform. This is the package we're talking about in this section of this session today, but that is not the only package available on the eMigr8 platform. As you can see, and as we shared earlier, there are quite a number of different packages that we have available. For the UK, we have the UK Global Talent package. We've got the UK Innovator Founder package for the UK as well. Those are some packages available for the UK. For Canada, we've got the Canada Startup Visa package in Canada, which is the move to Canada as a startup founder. We've got the move to the US as a global talent, which is focused on the US O1 visa. And then the pathway to settlement will be the EB2 visa, for example. So several different packages are available within the eMigr8 platform. But for this moment, I will focus on the last package that you can see on the screen, which we have tagged the Settle in the UK as a tech talent. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because you may be in the room and you may be interested in one package or the other. And so don't bear in mind that those packages do exist, but we will just focus for a moment on the Settle in the UK as a tech talent. For this package, it is beginner friendly. What that means is that even if you are not in the field of technology at all today, you can use this route to settle in the UK. We will need you to have at least 3 to 6 months in terms of timeline available to be able to take the journey in this route, particularly if you don't have any tech experience, and particularly if you don't have any startup experience. We will need you to have between 3 to 6 months minimum available. But you can use this package if you are a beginner in the room. However, if you're an expert, you already have an established career in the field of technology, it is even better, right? Because it will make it faster. Some of the preliminary things we have to do, some of the foundational things we have to do, you already know them because you're already an expert in the field. It would even be much better if you already have startup experience, which means that you've worked in a startup before or you've built a startup before. That would also help this journey. However, it is not compulsory for this journey. In fact, we're looking for you as a beginner because we're able to coach you through the entire journey in terms of this specific route. And I will give a bit of detail in as regards the route during this session. You can move with your spouse and dependents to the UK using this route. And this is also available to you if you are looking to switch visas. So, for example, if you've moved to the UK as a student and you are looking for a pathway to settlement, or you moved on the old startup visa looking for a pathway to settlement, this package would be fantastic for you as well. You need to have time and equity available. And in terms of investment budget, we would expect you to have an investment budget of between £10,000 to about £75,000 to be able to use this particular route. Now, in terms of the route, I will give a bit more detail in terms of what you would expect and what is it that we're talking about in specifics in terms of this route. We're hoping you would have many questions and we would allow time for questions. Before I go into that, one of the questions we've had a lot of times is that, do you guys have successes at all? And you can check all over the internet. We have over 40 successes at the moment within the eMigr8 platform, and that is still growing. We expect that within the next few months, we'll have about 50 of successes on the eMigr8 platform. We are really proud of the successes we've had. There's a lot of testimonial online. There's a lot of people that have given video testimonial, and there's a lot of people you can speak with that have worked with eMigr8 and used one of our packages to move to their destination economy. Quite a number of eMigr8 successes, and we're very proud of that as well. I've talked about this already, and I've also mentioned this already, which is the fact that you can move to the UK with this route. You can move and you can settle in the UK with this route as well. We need to mention that we are not offering immigration advice, nor are we offering legal advice. We are not immigration consultants. We are not lawyers. We do partner with lawyers. We partner with immigration consultants as well. But we are a tech platform. We're a technology platform. We partner with different industry players, but what we do and our unique selling point is the fact that we help you become globally attractive. Now, one of the questions that people would ask is that which specific visa are you talking to me about? Right? There are 3 key visa options in this route, and we will be targeting the 3 visa options at the same time. The first visa option is the UK Global Talent Visa. And for every one of these visa options, you can Google these visa options. In fact, for every one of these visa options, we've done multiple eMigr8 open days focused on that visa option directly, right? But for this package, we are working with you to target the 3 different visa options at the same time. And it may sound a bit complicated, but that's why we're here, because we simplify the journey for you. We coach you and we handhold you through the entire journey up until the point when you land the endorsement and eventually land the visa as well. And even after landing the visa and you're moving your family, there's also support available with things like welcome party and a number of projects that eMigr8 supports that is able to help you on the other side as well once you move to your target economy, specifically the UK in this case. And so the visa options are the UK Global Talent Visa, the UK Skilled Worker Visa in the field of technology, obviously, and then the UK Innovator Founder Visa. Those are the 3 visa options that we are targeting, and you would land one or the other of these visa options at the end of the journey. If you're asking me which specific visa option would it be for me, we don't know until we have a one-to-one with you and your spouse, if you have a spouse or as well. The reason is because no 2 people are the same, and it depends on your background, it depends on your experience, it depends on your interest, it depends on your future pathway, because don't forget there's life after the visa. And so we will work with you and handhold you to understand what is your unique circumstance. And based on that, we will be able to work with you and journey with you to the point when you are able to land one or the other of these visa opportunities. And that's what it is that we're working on the eMigr8 platform. We work with you to become globally attractive. Now, what I will do next is that I will focus on for a moment on each one of the visa options and just explain what you need to be for you to be able to land that specific visa option. But the summary for us from the eMigr8 perspective is that we work with you to become a globally attractive tech talent. That's the summary. That's the summary of the package in terms of how this package works exactly. We work with you to become a globally attractive tech talent. And it will start with us understanding and working with you to establish a roadmap. And that roadmap is what we will then work with you on and hold you on over a period of time, minimum of 3 to 6 months, as I've said, right? Until you are able to show yourself as a globally attractive tech talent. And because you're a globally attractive tech talent, you would qualify for the visa options that we are talking about. Now, in terms of the visas, the first one is the UK Global Talent Visa. For the field of digital technology, the visa is also called the Tech Nation visa. And the reason for that is because Tech Nation, that's a company, is the only endorsing body for that visa option today. For you to be able to qualify for the visa, you need to show that you are a globally attractive talent. You are a leading talent in the field of digital technology. That's what you would need to show to be able to qualify for that visa. Or that you are a promising talent, which means that over a period of time, you will become established as a leading talent in the field of digital technology. If you have more than 5 years of experience in the field of tech, if you are looking at this visa, it would be the exceptional talent option, meaning that you're already an established talent. If you have 0 to 5 years experience in the field of tech, then you can look at the exceptional promise to show that you are a promising individual that over a period of time, given the right support, given the right ecosystem, given the right everything, you will become a leading talent over a period of time in the field of technology. And so you can see where we are going with this to say we can work with you for you to become one of those people who would be regarded as exceptional promise. Or if you're already in the field, you could already be an exceptional talent in the field of technology. And we can help with this journey. That's the first visa option. The second visa option is this UK skilled worker visa. And you would hear things like the certificate of sponsorship. And with this visa option, you need to land a job that will give you a certificate of sponsorship. What you can do is that you can Google the shortage occupation list in the UK. This is a publicly available list in the UK. Shortage occupation list. That's what you want to look for. Or that list, shortage occupation list, is actually a subset of the skilled worker list, which is a list of jobs that the UK has said that we need all these skills in our economy. If a company in our economy is looking for these talents and they cannot find them in our economy, they can bring them from anywhere in the world. And you can bring them and give them certificate of sponsorship, hire them from their country, give them a certificate of sponsorship so they can move to our economy as a talent and they can move with their family. That is the UK skilled worker visa. And eMigr8 can help with this because we offer our tech career coaching service, which leads you to being able to land a role that comes with visa sponsorship from your own economy. We have a detailed open day that focuses on this particular route, but this is one of the 3 visa options, as I mentioned, that we will be targeting with the package that we have mentioned earlier, which is the settle in the UK as a tech talent. It will take you through the journey from when you're open to new opportunities. If you need trainings, we'll walk you through trainings with our Beacom Academy, with Labs by Beacom, with our Global Tech program, and several others along those lines. depending on what level you are. So remember, we said this is available to beginners, it's available to people at intermediate level, and is available to advanced level people. We've got softwares like AutoJobServe, we've got the tech career coaching. You are also able to get UK work experience, and you are able to land a role that will give you certificate of sponsorship in the UK as a tech talent. And this is how we can help. The last visa option that we will be targeting with this route is the UK Innovator Founder Visa. And as I've said, for every one of these visa opportunities, there are detailed open days where you will get a lot of details, and you can find a lot of details online as well. For this one, you need to come up with a startup that is innovative, viable, and scalable. It has to be adjudged by one of the 4 endorsing bodies, and we've worked with at least 2 of those endorsing bodies over time. It has to be adjudged by them as innovative, viable, and scalable. And you can move with your co-founders as well. There's a way to do that. You can move with your dependents as well based on this visa opportunity. And for those that are already familiar with this visa from before April 2023, please note that the visa changed in April 2023, where it used to be called the UK Startup Visa and the UK Innovator Visa, but now they've been combined to the UK Innovator Founder Visa. Now, it's been combined, and what that means is that in addition to the fact that you don't have to start, you can work full-time with another company while you are building your startup. You also no longer have the requirement of the £50,000 investment that was needed initially for this particular visa route. So this is a route that you may also be able to use. And so what the Settle in the UK package does is that we will target all 3 at the same time, and eMigr8 will earn most of its fee at the point when you have actually landed the visa opportunity. So we're actually working with you and unloading you through the entire journey. Of course, we have to pre-assess you to make sure you are the right type of person that can go through this particular package, because we want to know if you are really serious about the fact that you want to become globally attractive. We have a number of services within the Bincom Dev Center that supports this package. So we have services like the Bincom Academy, our tech internship program, our global tech program, our mentoring platform. We've got the tech career coaching, the labs by Bincom, and all of that supports this package. Yes, it may sound complicated, but this is the summary. eMigr8 will unload you through the entire journey. That's the summary of the package. Everything that you need for this package, eMigr8 would actually unload you through the process, including the coaching sessions, including developers if you need them, project managers if you need them, career coaching if you need it, or whatever it is that you need, because for every single person, it will be different. But ultimately, the goal would be to be able to settle in the UK as a tech talent. So that's a quick breeze through summary of the package. We know that you would have many questions, and so we would ask that please, you can drop your questions in the chat. You can, if it's private to you, you can also drop you can ask the question during one-to-one sessions, because you get at least one free one-to-one session with a coach at the beginning of the journey. So if it's private to you, you can, but if it's not a private question, rather than using your free coaching session for that, you can ask the question on this particular platform, and we would answer to the best of our ability. Summary of it is we would unload you through the entire journey of settling in the UK as a tech talent. Back to you, Moody.
Yeah, I was just going to say we have some questions in the chat. And if you are yet to drop your question, please, this is the right time to do that, because I'll be running through the questions we have in the chat, and Bade will be sharing light on them. So the first question is it possible to apply for tech job in the UK while still in Nigeria? Right. I think you spoke to that. We have tech career coaching program that enables you do that. We also have we can also advise on how you can build your profile to attract jobs in the UK. Right. So the answer is yes to that question. Okay, someone say hi, Tim. Please, I joined a bit late, but I'm looking for a switch for my wife on family already with skilled visa, but has no working. So we're talking about settle in the UK, and I'm sure you must have gotten one or two information that can help you clarify your question. So if you have a specific question as to the package that we're talking about, we would like to take that question.
Yeah,
Right.
let me just add to that question, Moody. Is
Yeah.
just to say that for us at eMigr8 platform, for now, we focus on tech. We are the tech-enabled pathway to relocation and settlement. We don't know of any other platform that focuses only on tech at the
Yeah.
moment. So that's what we focus on. With the care visa, right? Your wife will need to find work in the field of care, right? But yes, you can switch visa, you can switch occupation code to say either you as the dependent or your wife as a primary applicant, depending on your unique circumstance. You can actually switch to say, I'm also an expert in the field of technology. And based on that, I can get a visa because I'm an expert in the field of technology. That is what we help with on the eMigr8 platform.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for that clarification. The next question is saying, can you explain more on Tech Nation visa? And the person specifically asking how eMigr8 comes to play when it comes to Tech Nation visa.
So eMigr8 comes to play from a coaching perspective. So first of all, if you take a look at the Tech Nation visa guide, there's a lot of information in public domain, right? And that is good in itself, but sometimes it can become daunting because all of a sudden you're wondering which one am I even doing it correctly or not. So if you need a coach to be able to point you in the right direction, eMigr8 is able to provide those coaches to your advantage. In addition to that, the visa requires you to sell yourself as a leading talent in the field of technology. There's a method to it, there are requirements to it. And sometimes you can do that yourself, but you could also say, oh, I need help in putting together this story. eMigr8 can coach with that. Next is the fact that when you are putting together the story, we always encourage you to have somebody review what it is that you are putting together. People make assumptions. People get denied not because they don't qualify, but because they don't sell themselves and put the story correctly. eMigr8 can help with that. But should you get denied as well, and you need somebody to help with the endorsement review process, eMigr8 can support with that as well. We do a lot of things for free, right? And then we do paid coaching as well. So it's up to you to say, well, all I need is just the free sessions, or I need something a little bit more, which would then be the paid package.
So there's a question that speaks directly to the coaching session, and the question is, what is the cost to speak with the coach, right? And I would say, well, we have a lot of free coaching session, and I would say start with the free one first. Depends on the time frame. There are different cost implication to a coaching session, but there are a lot of free coaching sessions that we do offer, especially in the community. For example, your first coaching session of 30 minutes, but then you can correct me if I'm wrong.
10 minutes actually can extend to 15 minutes.
10 minutes can extend to 15 minutes. It's free, right? Where you can speak to a coach, right? But if you now need specifics and more time to talk to the coach, then the invoice is slightly different depending on what the time slots you're looking at. Okay.
Yeah. And just to add, if you wait till the end of this session, there's a gift for you that Moody will talk about as well, which is around coaching as well.
Yeah, so somebody's currently applying for student visa. So I was just going to say that typically the Home Office usually I'd say that your previous visa application does not affect your future visa application, right? So if you've applied for a specific visa application and it was cancelled or denied, and you're applying for a tech route, it's their independent visas application, and they will be dealt with on the merits or the strength of the new visa application you're putting forward. I don't want to read through school deadline and everything you wrote there, but I hope that helps to give you a bit of comfort, right? That it's a different visa application you're putting forward, and it will be dealt with. It will be reviewed according to the strength of the documentation that you have put forward this time.
Yeah, but let me just add context to that to say you can't then go apply to say when you applied as a student, you were married, all of a sudden, you were single, all of a sudden you are married, but there's no marriage certificate. If you lied on your application form, it will show, right? So please be careful with things like that. Don't lie. What we prefer you do is that be globally attractive. And then because you are globally attractive, you have options, right? That's what we want you to take out of this session, right? Because if you start lying and changing story, or at some point you will forget what you said before. And that happens to a lot of people where they got visas, but then they even get denied entry into the UK because their stories just didn't gel, for example.
Yeah. This person is trying to clarify if eMigr8 is support. Are you saying you support to get job for skilled worker visa in the UK? Yes.
Yes, the summary is yes, we do. And that's one of the packages that we do offer independent of this package we're talking about today. So we have something called our tech career coaching service, and that focuses on landing you a job that would give you sponsorship as a tech talent. There's a whole stage to that, and there's an open day that we've done that is 1 hour, 30 minutes with a lot of tips. So even if you're not looking at coming on board on one of the premium packages, start with that open day. Spend the 1 hour, 30 minutes just looking at all the different tips that we have given. There are about 10 stages to it in terms of the model that we have. 10 different stages, right? And in each one of those stages, we gave some tips to say, look at this, don't do this, and all of those kind of things. Start from there, right? It is very helpful, highly recommended. But then if you need more, then we've got the coaching services available for you.
All right, fantastic. So somebody's asking, as a founder, how do you choose between the global talent or the innovator founder visa? And I think this is where a coaching session comes in, right? Because we need to look at what are your credentials, what is your CV, what's your portfolio, and that would point us in the direction as to where your best strength will be highlighted, right? In applying for any of these, both are good pathway, and both of them will give you pathway to settlement. Very friendly to your family. You can move with your dependent and family, but we cannot answer just by your question on a set like this. We need to understand your profile, and then so if you can join the community and ask for a coach, and again, the first 10 minutes you get a 10-minute coaching session free, and hopefully we are able to expand and give you clarity on that. But do you have more context for this person?
Well, yes. So if you qualify for both, and your question is that which one should I apply for, then it's the global talent visa, right? In terms of order, and there are many reasons for that. With the global talent visa, we call it it's like the premium of visas. In terms of pathway to settlement as well, it's one of the easiest for settlement in the UK. The key requirement you need to meet is that you need to earn something, even if it's £1 in your field of technology, in your field of technology, for example. So if the question is, do I qualify for both, which one should I go for? Then yeah, clearly global talent. But if your question is, I'm not sure if I qualify for both, which one should I go for? Then a coaching session would likely help, because it would depend on many things.
All right. So a bit of financial questions coming up. Are we paying the coaching? I think I've explained that. Breaking down what's the breakdown for the range of 10,000 to 75,000 range? I don't understand. I will come back to that. We'll take that last. Are you saying we pay for the whole journey has been successful before the service starts? Now, for
So
Okay, but you want to go for that?
the answer is that it would depend on what exactly in terms of the roadmap that
Yeah.
we're working with for you. That's what it would depend on. But most of our fee from an eMigr8 perspective would be earned at the point when you learn the specific visa opportunity on this package, right? That's the short answer. In terms of the longer answer, it would depend on your unique circumstance.
Yeah. And some of the payments are going to be made to home office, the endorsement bodies and stuff like that. So there are payments along the line, right? So it's not how much eMigr8 is earning. It's really how much does the process cost generally. So you want to factor that. Because I see a follow-up question that say, as a tech innovator, how much am I expected to have in pounds? Right. And that again will look at your unique circumstances and we can advise. Again, it's not we have to have a specific coaching session to be able to answer you directly. Right. The next question is, do you package Bincom intern also for tech talent opportunities? All right. Okay. Bincom interns have again different pathways. One of them is we have the Bincom Global Tech Program that builds their profile and equip them to such a point in time where they are, globally attractive. So I went through a journey that Bincom Dev Center put in front of you for a beginner that can lead you. If you follow that journey step by step, you become globally attractive, right? So if you're an intern or you're planning to join the Bincom internship program, these opportunities are available to you, but there has to be a dedicated roadmap that leads you to becoming globally attractive, right? So the opportunities are available, but you have to do the work of building your profile, right? And that is not different from a beginner anyway. So as an intern, you are effectively a beginner. Yeah. What does it cost to go through the process? We'll come back there. So any of the community, you can join any of the community. The Telegram community is available, the Facebook community is available, the LinkedIn community is available, and you can request to speak to a coach in any of the community. And you can the only one that is not available that's a closed community for now is the WhatsApp community. But you can also request to join the WhatsApp community once you are part of the Telegram community or the Facebook community. So any of the community, you can join any of those community to request for a coaching session, right? Hi, can you explain further? But this question is for you. Can you explain further on the innovative visa option? Are you supposed to come out with an innovative idea in any field? And how much money are you supposed to have to invest?
All right. So the truth is that I won't be able to answer that full question in 1 minute, right? But the good news is that there is an open day that we've done where we drill down for 1 hour, 30 minutes on the innovator founder visa. So what I would advise you to do is go watch that open day. If you've gotten one of the email that has our packages, different resources, it would be item 1C in that email. So we usually will send you an email that has a lot of our resources. Item 1C is the one you want to go watch. But the summary of it is that you need to come up with an idea that is innovative, viable, and scalable. eMigr8 will be able to unfold you through that process. It would be a shared journey because it has to be an idea that you will own. It has to be an idea that you are interested in running with, even after you've landed the visa, right? These things are important to us as eMigr8 platform because the visa is available for you to go build that product, that innovation. Now, the UK knows and everybody in the world knows that 9 out of every 10 startups will fail. So we don't really care if the idea will fail at the end of the day or not, because who would have thought that Facebook would be successful? There were other social media before them. Who would have thought Uber would be successful? There were other taxi apps and so on before then as well. So for all we know, you may be building the next big thing. But the advantage is this, that you would have been able to move with your family in that process of building the next big thing. So even if your next big thing does fail, We hope not. Even if it does fail, you have gotten the midpoint benefit, which is the fact that you get a visa that allows you to move your family and allows you to settle in the UK as a tech talent. And that's the summary that I hope I answered your question. Second question, how much money do you need to be able to invest? There is no longer a cap to say you need to have £50,000 of investment. You, however, need to show how you will support your startup and yourself, particularly before you raise your first round or your second round of investment. I'm trying not to be too technical for those that may not be familiar in the room, but if you don't raise a seed round, how will your startup succeed? If you don't get an angel investment round, how will your startup succeed? Those are the kinds of things you would have to be able to answer using your business model and showing it in your business plan before you can get the endorsement that leads to the visa. So that's the summary. But in terms of details, please go watch that full open day. It is absolutely useful and highly recommended.
All right, fantastic. Next question is, how can we apply for tech job in UK from Nigeria? We spoke extensively about that already. We have the tech career coaching program that you can be part of, right? And you can sign up for that. And we have coaches that will advise and help review your CV to make sure the match and you have the keywords that the UK and you have the skill set and the keyword that the UK recruiters are looking out for. We also have a paid package that would help you, put your CV and your profile in front of recruiters. That is a paid service, right? And we talked about that earlier. If you are in the community, please just signify and let us know, and we'll send you more details and more links. And again, a coach will speak to you with respect to those packages. Can we pay these fees in Naira? Yes, you can pay the Naira equivalent of these fees, all right? And many of the fees itself are not eMigr8 fees. I want to put that context, right? If for every visa route that you are applying through, there are payments that needs to be made to the endorsing body, to the home office, and all, So the fees itself, again, if there are fees that you want, for example, an endorsing body might be charging 654,000 or 654 pounds, right? And you're not paying that to eMigr8, you're paying that to the endorsing body, right? So that context, I just needed to make that clear. But of course, the coaching fees and all other fees can be paid with the Naira equivalent. Can we book a coaching session for Saturday, or are they available during the week? So
let me take that one, Moody. So at the moment, the paid coaching sessions, yes, happen on Saturdays or any time during the week as well. So specific days, depending on specific coach. For many of the free coaching sessions, we don't have any coach that is doing Saturday at the moment for the free coaching sessions available. So that's the answer at this point. As we bring more coaches on board the platform, we may start having Saturday slots available based on the coaches' availability, but paid slots are available at this moment on weekends.
All right, fantastic. So, but there's a question we need to go back to, right? So there's an investment on the settle in the UK slide. There's an investment of 10 to 75 thousand pound. Right, and someone asks for more clarity as to how unpack that for them to understand, an investment portfolio of 10,000 to 75,000 pounds. Do you want to shed more light on that?
Yes, so it would depend on a lot of things. So unfortunately, there's no way we can break that down on this call because no two individuals are the same, right? No two individuals are the same. So there's no way we would be able to know, oh, what's the breakdown? Is it going to be on the lower end or the higher end of the scale? it would depend on many things. And this is part of the reason why a conversation with a coach, which is usually free, the first one that is, would give you an idea to say this is what it would look like for you based on your unique circumstance. As you've probably seen with my breakdown and with the session so far, there are several different parameters that we need to walk through. Are you building a startup or you already have a startup? Do you need engineers and developers that are going to write the code to build the startup with you? How many coaching sessions would you need? What kinds of things are we focusing on? Are we focusing on the global talent alone? Are we focusing on multiple visa opportunities at the same time? If we're building the startup, are we looking at marketing as well? Because we can't just build the startup. You need to make sure you have real life customers, which means that you may have some marketing spend and so on. So there's so much that we will need to understand for us to be able to unpack the journey for your individual, for you as an individual. And so the best thing to do is we can have a conversation with any one of the coaches and they can give you an idea to say this is what the journey is. And then once you do the road mapping session, you will clearly be able to say, oh, this is what it is in terms of my journey. In terms of the time estimates, it's important as well. In terms of the cost estimates, in terms of investment estimates as well. And in terms of what it is that you can look out for specifically, whether or not you choose to go with eMigr8 at that point or not. So that's unfortunately is the answer. There's no way we can break it down on this call.
Yeah, so one of the things I wanted to point out is it's a range. It's not that you have to have 75K or you have to have 10K. It's a range and you can fall on the lower side and you can fall on the higher side. Right.
Yes. And
so
I see a follow-on question here. So let me just pick that. Yeah. So this is a specific package that we are talking about. And I would say again, to say that aside from this package, eMigr8 does have other packages available. So it looks like this person may be convoluting as well to say, are we talking about the settle in the UK as a tech talent package? Or are we talking about a specific package for a specific visa opportunity? So for example, if you're already close to or you already qualify for the UK Global Talent visa, then we will be focusing on the UK Global Talent visa coaching and all. And so you probably may not be looking at that budget of up to £10,000 or up to £75,000. But the one we are talking about today is the package that says settle in the UK as a tech talent. We will do a better job of distinguishing these packages properly, but we do have other packages focused on specific visa opportunity. The one we're talking about at the moment is the last one on this list. So you can just take a screenshot of this and then we can get back to you as well.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that clarification. You're welcome. There's a different question I was trying to track. So this is an interesting question, and I wanted you to take a stab at it. So please, can two people come together, co-founder maybe, with the innovative idea as partners and be able to get visa in that innovative founder visa route?
Yeah, the answer is yes, but both founders will be assessed separately. That's the key thing that you need to understand. So you are not just assessing the idea, but they are assessing the founder and how relevant you are to the success of that idea, right? Those are the things that will be assessed for the innovator founder visa. So the answer is yes, you can apply with your co-founder. We usually advise apply separately one by one. So don't apply together on the same day. Let the first person get it. And then, but when you're applying with the first person, be able to show that this person is the CTO, this person is the CEO, and all of that. But the CTO is applying or the CEO is applying. Then maybe once that person has gotten the visa, then the next person can apply as well because it's the same document, but they will assess you individually.
All right. All right, fantastic. Does eMigr8 employ software developer? eMigr8 has sister companies that employ software developers. So if you're a software developer and you're looking for employment, you want to check careers at beancom.net, right? And you would get a list of vacancies available at Beancom Dev Center, and Beancom Dev Center also has a headhunting service for other sister companies where they can recruit software developers or on behalf of other companies. So yeah.
And I think maybe this person is also asking from the point of view of, can we outsource software developers to you? The answer is also yes. We've got a package called the Outsource It by Bincom that focuses on employing software developers for organizations. And Bincom is also an IT consulting firm, which can also help you build solutions that you need to build, either on this journey or from a separate conversation.
All right, there's an interesting question, and I will need you to clarify the question. Not by the person that asked this question. He said, "Can you help to obtain an award recognized by Technician? If yes, what's the cost implication?" We are not an award-giving platform. We're a tech platform. We build technology products, and we assist and enable people with technological profile, with tech profile, to be able to get tech visa endorsement, Technician being one of them, right? So we don't give award, we don't give recognition. But if you rephrase your question, maybe I'm totally missing it. If you rephrase your question, then we'll be able to answer it.
Let me answer from my own perspective of how this person is asking the question.
Yeah.
We don't want you to pretend to be globally attractive. We want you to be globally attractive, then you have options. And this is really, really important to us. In fact, for most of our coaches, if we feel like what you're trying to do is a shortcut to the answer, we would likely not be able to work with you. And I'll say that again. If we feel like what you're trying to do is that, oh, you're not trying to be globally attractive, you're just looking for a shortcut to the answer, we likely will not be able to work with you because it will be a waste of our time as coaches. And I'm one of the coaches on the platform. This is important. And the reason why I'm saying that is because your question seems to say, I don't really qualify for an award, but I'm looking for somebody to just give me an award out of the blues. That's not the kind of person we are looking to work with. That's not the kind of person we are hoping you would be. Instead, we're hoping that because of the things that you have done, people that give awards will be able to find you, right? But then, of course, sometimes some people are working in silos and then they are not visible enough. Of course, we can then help with you to ensure that you are globally attractive, help work with you to ensure that people are able to see you, work with you to apply to some of these award-giving organizations to say, oh, yeah, look at the things I have done. Look at me here. And then they will assess you on the merit of the things that you have done, right? And that is how we work on the eMigr8 platform. This is important, and that's why I'm just saying it that way. So I'm hoping the questioner will clarify their question, right, and that may help us to be able to answer it well. But for everybody else, please bear in mind, we are not asking you to pretend. We are not saying you should come and fake it till you make it. Instead, we're saying that you become globally attractive, then you have options of all these visas available to you. And we are here to handhold you, coach you up until the point when that happens.
All right. Thank you, buddy. And I think we ran out of our questions from the chat. If you still have questions and things that you need to clarify, we'll have less than 10 more minutes, right, for this session, for this open day, right? But I come bearing good news. I come with gifts. If you're still on the platform till this time, you are eligible for a 10-minute coaching session. So you've won a 10-minute coaching session, right? Just signify in the group. You have to join the group. You have to join our community to be able to get that 10-minute reward that we just gave out now. So join in any of the communities and say, oh, eMigr8 on the 15th of November sessions, right? I got a 10-minute coaching session, and we're going to connect you to a coach that right, this is a second free coaching session. Right, so we're and yeah, so it's a 10-minute coaching session and allows you to ask specific questions. Please don't come asking questions that you can simply Google, right? So for example, can I come with my family? We've said that a couple of times. Yes, you can, right? But if you have requirement that you're trying to put together for Tech Nation, for example, for Settle in the UK, for example, you want to ask question, you have an investment portfolio around £50,000, £60,000, £80,000 that you want to clarify how you can present that, then this session becomes very valuable. The time of our coaches are very expensive, and giving out 10 minutes to 20 people who are on the call at the moment, it's a lot of value we are putting out there. So please cherish it and use it wisely. So how can we join the Telegraph community? So there's a link. I shared the link earlier. Just click on the link on and you will be able to join. Let me drop it again. So there are links there. The Facebook is a closed group and we have to add you, but we'll have to add you from either the Telegram group or the Facebook group or the LinkedIn group, right? So join any of those groups and we're active. Those platforms are active and we would add you to any other group that you want to be part of. But you can request to speak to a coach from any group that you are presently in. So feel free, join any of the communities, right? All right. I think there's a clarification. And also you can feel Bincom.net. If you are still on the call, please Bincom.net/eMigr8. And that is also an express way to join the community, right? So Bincom.net/eMigr8. Coach Barry has dropped the link on the chat or in the chat. Just click on that, and there's a short form to fill, about 3 to 5 questions, just to get to know who is in the room and who we're speaking with, and we would get in touch with you, and that you can redeem your 10 minutes coaching session from that link. All right.
Moni, so let me just quickly clarify as well. I've gotten the clarification as regards the question that I answered. I think it was the last one I answered. Thank you for that clarification, and it gives me a better perspective. And apologies if I sounded harsh. It's because we get a lot of those kinds of questions. So apologies if I sounded harsh. I would just answer to say, don't focus on only our words. If you check the Tech Nation visa guide, you will see that there are about 20 options for the mandatory criteria of things that you can take a look at, right? So if awards are not happening for you, you can look at things like recognition, you can look at your contribution outside your day-to-day employment, you can look at a lot of other things as well. They are not looking just at an award. They're actually looking at the summary of your entire work, of what the body of work that you put together to say, this is me, and this is what makes me globally attractive. So you did mention that you work in an investment bank. I hope your investment bank has a product, because if you come and apply as, oh, I'm the CTO of an investment bank, the challenge is that would be seen almost as consulting, because you are not building a digital product, right? But if you then say, oh, but our investment bank has launched this digital product. So let me use the example of Wema Bank and Alert, for example. I worked in Nigerian ecosystem. You are able to then use the fact that I was one of the team that built Alert as your key criteria, rather than the fact that I'm the CTO of Wema Bank, something along those lines. I don't know if that's helpful, but if you book a coaching session with one of the coaches, they are able to speak more along these lines as well. In terms of awards, there's a method to it as well. There are things that you can do to optimize your chances of landing awards, landing speaking engagements, landing a lot of those things. And that's what I said last, to say there are ways to help coach and handle you along those lines. And those are the things that we're excited to do within the eMigr8 platform. I hope that helps.
Yes, I know that helps, and I hope that is clear enough. Someone is asking, what are the gifts? The gift is 10 minutes free coaching session, and that's the gift that we're giving for being part of the conversation to this point, right? And to redeem that gift, please join any of the communities and let us know that you were part of the November 15th open day. and you got a gift of 10 minutes coaching session. I will connect you to a coach that can review your tech profile. All right. That can review your tech profile. Yeah, so fantastic. Am I missing out on anyone? I already booked a coaching session for tomorrow. All right, amazing. Thank you very much. Please can the link to the communities be shared? That has been shared twice now. Just scroll up. I need more info about the mentoring program you discussed earlier. All right, fantastic. Go to beancom.net/emigrate. Connect through that, and we are going to get in touch with you and connect you to the I don't know, are you a mentor or you're a mentee? Because the platform is open to both mentors and mentees. All right, we connect mentors to mentees, and we connect mentees to mentors. Right, so if you are in any of the brackets, we're happy to have you, and we're happy to connect you to where you can get value or deliver value. All right. And also, okay, the mentorship link has also been shared. beancom.net/mentor registration. Right, mentor registration. Right, so that's the link to the mentorship platform. I'm having 20-minute session tomorrow since I got a free as a gift today.
Let me answer that question. So it's best that you book the session separately, and this is the reason. So now because you have either watched this replay video to the end, or you were actually on the live session to the end, you have 2 coaching sessions from eMigr8 at no cost to you. What we think you should do is that before you book the first coaching session, consume all the free resources available. Google the visa option, look at the requirement, check everything available in public domain. And what would happen is that you would have a number of questions. You have a coach that is able to answer those questions at no cost to you. But then when you do that coaching session and you go back with those answers and do more research and do more digging and more direction, or you continue working on whatever it is you're working on, or building your startup, or building your profile, and so on, you may need additional help in the future, maybe in a week's time, maybe in a month's time, and all of that, or maybe the next day. Then it's best for you to then book a second session at that point, because what would then happen is that you're asking fresh set of questions, and we're able to add more value as well. We really, really want to help. The only challenge is that we are limited by time. And so based on that, we think the best way to use it is to, rather than booking a back-to-back session, you can do that if that's what you think would work best for you. If there's availability, you can actually book back-to-back session. But what we think you should do instead is that do the first one, and then once you've done the first one, after a few hours or days or weeks, depending on what it is you're doing, you can book a second one at no cost to you again as well. I hope that helps.
All right. I think that helps. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for being an interactive audience. Thank you for asking all the questions. Hopefully, we have given enough value today. We have answered enough questions. If we are yet to answer your specific questions, or if your question was personal and you don't want to ask it in a general forum, please connect with us through our communities, and we would connect you to a coach who will speak directly to your specific question. Right. Today, we talked about settling in the UK as a tech talent, right? And the options available, and the option available to both experts in the room and to both beginners in the room, right? We also talked about the fact that it is family friendly. You have to have an investment buffer that can range between 10,000 and 15 and 75,000. That is not a showstopper, right? Speak to a coach, and we'll be able to understand where you are and what we can recommend, right? So if you are still in the room, there are phone numbers on the flyer that I need you to grab, right? You can connect with us on those phone numbers. They are both WhatsApp lines and direct lines, so you can call or you can send a simple SMS or WhatsApp messages to those lines. Please, it is very important that you are clear on the questions that you're asking. We get a lot of questions, we get a lot of requests, and we want to be able to respond to you as quickly as possible. And to do that, your questions has to be clear. We have to be able to understand what exactly you need from us, right? Again, these are the numbers, right? We have various tech packages, like we've mentioned before. eMigr8 has various tech packages. We're a tech platform. We focus solely on tech-enabled visa pathway. And so if you are looking at the Canada Startup Visa, if you're looking at the Technician Visa, Innovator Founder Visa, right, you can communicate with us. You can talk to us. These numbers connect straight to us. And our community is very active. You can ask questions, and there are different coaches in the community that will be able to give you answers and direction, right? Can having a merch store work as a product? If it's an e-commerce product, right, we would have to review that to say, is this merch store a product? Is it an e-commerce, right? So a coach, we can look at that and look at the business models around it and how you're scaling that, how that is built, how it's marketed, and we can come to a conclusion, right? I just want to remember that question was asked and I didn't deal with it earlier. So if you have any other question, please join the communities and we'll continue the conversations in our community. But do you have any parting word, final word for our audience, advice for them?
Well, yeah. So I think I'll just speak to the 5 audience as we typically would do during
Yeah.
each eMigr8 Open Day.
Yeah.
You're still sharing screen, so I would take over if you stop sharing screen. Yeah. So we typically talk to about 5 different audience category within eMigr8 community and eMigr8 Open Day, and I will just speak to each one of those audience at this point. If you're a beginner in the room, don't be discouraged. You could hear a lot of things being said, globally attractive, leading talent, promising talent, and all of that. We are talking about you. You have to put in the work. There are things that you need to do. And the interesting thing is the field of technology, in 3 months, you can actually be at the intermediate level in the field of technology, and there are many options for you. Beginner level, not so many options, but what you want to do very quickly is that move away from being a beginner and start building yourself. But what we advise is that don't just build the skill, right? Build the skill, the experience, and the exposure. You can do that simultaneously. One of the mistakes some people make is that they do one first and then they're trying to do the other. And so you're spending much more time than you need to spend. And that's part of the reason why we're able to coach and help with that. If you're an intermediate person in the room, you want to assess yourself. What we've done is that we've shown you what you want your profile to look like in a few years or in a few months, depending on what level you are at this point in time. They've given you this question paper and the answer sheets. The point is that you need to then walk towards it to say, am I on the right track? Am I on the right roadmap for me to be able to get to where I want to get to? Globally attractive, which is what we call it. But are you on the right track? Are you doing the right next thing to do? If you're an advanced person in the room, you probably already qualify for one opportunity or the other if you're at an advanced skill level. One thing I would say to you is that some of these opportunities exist today. They may not exist tomorrow. The door may close tomorrow for whatever reason. And so we advise you to take action and take action very quickly, particularly when these opportunities exist and when these opportunities are available to you. Also, sometimes some of the things that you have done may no longer qualify after a bit of time. So, for example, with the Technician visa, they are only looking at the last 5 years because they don't want the ex-champions. They want the current champions in their local economy to move to the UK. And so the point is that take action now rather than later. For those in the, I'll say UK specifically, but without a pathway to settlement, the same things I've said to the other 3 categories still applies to you. What you don't want to do is that wait till when you have 2 months left for your current visa before you now start doing action that you could have done 1 year ago. Start today. Have the right roadmap. and start working towards it. There's a lot of hard work involved. Yes, that is true. And you are probably also doing survival in one hand and then hard work on the other hand. But do it now rather than later. Don't wait till when you are now desperate and then the worst options are the only options available to you. You're a tech talent, you have options. If you are globally attractive, you have many options, and that's what you should be working towards. And for those that are ready to apply, that's the fifth category of our audience within the eMigr8 community. We are here to help, right? We offer a freemium model. Freemium basically means that we do a lot of things for free, but then we do charge a premium for some of the things we do as well. You can start with the things available for free because we want to help, right? And depending on what it is, would then determine to say, oh, this is what we can offer, or this is what we will not be able to offer. Because at the end of the day, all of it is around time and the support needed to get you to your destination. And so we are here to help. The premium packages are available, but we do freemium. So start with those that are available, but then we are here to help. And for those that are interested in the settle in the UK as a tech talent, we do have a few more slots for this year that we'll be working with over a period of time. And so if you're interested in that, let us know as well, and we can drill down a bit more with you to say, are you one of the people we can work with? We are very choosy. I'm sorry. And I would apologize upfront. We are very choosy with the people we are able to work with, but it is 100% beginner friendly. So even if you haven't done anything in the field of tech at all, we are able to work with you. But there are many other things that we are taking a look at in terms of how, for the people that we would like to work with. Thank you so much, Moody. I'm back to you. You're on mute, Moody.
Before you go, I wanted you to speak about the guarantees on the settle in the UK. How sure are we? What is the guarantee that, these will come through, right? If we finally shortlist the people we want to work with, what are the guarantees? If I'm going to be investing this much time and resources, what are the guarantees?
Yeah, so with the settle in the UK, eMigr8 is offering something that we are launching, which is called the eMigr8 Triple Guarantee. It's something that we are launching particularly for this product with the settle in the UK package. And we can talk more about that as well on the other side. But there's a triple guarantee that we're launching with this particular package and all. The key summary is that eMigr8 will continue working with you until you land the visa opportunity that we are working with you to land. And we don't earn most of our fee, almost all of our fee really, until you land the visa opportunity. And so we're spending the money before you even start, basically. I hope that helps.
Did I help? I just wanted you to put in just to inform the audience that it is guaranteed. And I thought it was double guaranteed, but it is triple guaranteed. So you can be rest assured that if eMigr8 shortlists you or agrees to work with you based on the profile, then you are on your way to the UK. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for spending your evening with us. All right. And we would communicate the next edition of our open day. Please join the communities, and it is very important. I see somebody talking about the Telegram community not popping up. Please join the Facebook or LinkedIn community. I would look at that link again before we shut down this session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, buddy, for your time. We will speak again sometime in the near future. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.